Hello and welcome to another Grim Darkness Battle Report. We are playing 40k. We're going to be doing a Maelstrom of War mission 6, which will be Deadlock. Okay, we have the objectives are, one is here, one's over there. We come over, got one here, 4's there, 5's there,
yes, my lord.
And then 6 is up over there. So it's Tau vs Dark Angels. Tau against the Dark Angels. We'll now run through the armies in a second. With Tau going first, unless the Dark Angels can seize the initiative. So let's see how we go. Okay, for the Tau army, we're using the Farsa Enclave supplement and using the Dawn Blade formation. So we've got the Retaliation Cadre here. We have a unit of broadsides. They have target locks, the full complement of 6 missile drones. There is also a buff commander who is round there. He's got all the trimmings, drone controller, multi-spectrum sensor suite, command and control node, all of that. We have a squad of crisis suits here with 2 missile pods each and 2 shield drones. We have a Riptide. He has a velocity tracker and a target lock and 2 shielded missile drones. Then we have in reserve, over here, we have the Sunshark Bomber, which is the second part of the formation, the assigned aircast asset. 2 more units of crisis suits. One has 2 fusion blasters and 2 shield drones. The other has the Chasvray has 2 plasma guns. The others have plasma guns and missile pods, and again 2 shield drones. So that is the tower.
Alright, so the Dark Angels are using a CAD, normal CAD. So we've got a Land Speeder with a heavy bolter and a heavy flamer. We've got a Land Raider Crusader, which is the lack of sponsors, with a squad of Deathwing Knights inside, crudely represented by Hammonators, Azrael and a level 2 Librarian, pretty much stuck. A Rhino with a squad of 10-man tanks inside with nothing. A Devastator squad with 3 missile launchers and a last cannon. A Dark Shroud for some sneakiness, hopefully. Another Rhino with 10-man tank squad stuck again. And a Whirlwind just to counter some Tau sneakiness, hopefully.
So the reinforcements, the people that are in the transports are over here. So the tax squads and the Deathwing Knights with Azrael and the Librarian. Right, that is all the Dark Angels, so we'll see if they can seize the initiative. In fact, do you want to roll that one on camera?
Season on a 5 because of Azrael.
Oh, sneaky.
Oh, it's not so much.
No season, so we will come back at the end of the Tau's first turn. Okay, end of Tau turn 1. This squad here, the drones moved up, destroyed a land speeder that was there. They then managed to use their smart missiles and rail rifles to kill 2 of the Marines there. The Marines held. This squad over here, what they did was they opened fired on the Rhino, took a whole point off. They then thrust moved back. The Riptide and his unit managed to take a whole point off this Rhino and stun the people inside and stun the actual vehicle itself. What I did, I need to get this third objective, so we used the thrust move to jump over here. One of the drones was still in the cover. The drone rolled a 1 for my dangerous terrain. It then failed its save, died. I then rolled a leadership test and failed it. So the Riptide is running away, which is a great turn of events. There was no way I was ever going to pass that morale check as soon as it appeared. Fate decreed that that Riptide would run. But yeah, let's see what happens in the Dark Angels turn. End of the turn 1 for the Dark Angels. So the Land Raider and the Rhino, they moved up, everybody got out. The Librarian managed to cast a psychic power on this squad here, so they would they have ballistic skill and weapon skill 1 for this turn basically. The Dark Shroud zoomed up here to get a victory point for them and to stop me doing Overwatch. They tried to charge with this squad here, but were just a couple of inches short. The basically a fire from almost the whole army by the Whirlwind took 1 wound off this broadside, and the Whirlwind didn't do anything, and that's where we are. So we're currently I believe it's 1-1, one for the Dark Angels.
I've got points coming out, mate. Yes.
So they've got a few points for the Dark Angels, and we're moving on to the Tau. Tau turn 2. Let's see what happens. The reinforcements are coming in. Hopefully that can change the battle a little bit. End of Tau turn 2. Not a lot really happened. The bomber flew in. It dropped a bomb here. Did absolutely nothing. We have this. That Crisis squad managed to deep strike in. The other squad failed. The Riptide is still running away because the dice gods hate me. He managed to fight. He snapshot. He didn't do anything. The big squad here was using snapshots because of the psychic power that happened in the last turn. They managed to kill the Dark Shroud, and then the other two Crisis squads managed to. Actually, they did nothing. They did no wounds, but the bomber used its missile pod to kill a single Terminator. So that's basically it. No objectives scored, so it's currently 3 to the Dark Angels and 1 to the Tau. We're going to see what happens when those all of the Terminators charge this squad here. We'll see if my Overwatch can save me. I don't think it's going to happen. But then we'll see what happens. End of Dark Angel turn 2, so it's not gone well for the Tau. Shooting was pretty ineffective. In fact, I don't think much. We maybe lost a drone to almost all the shooting. Tau basically pretty much unscathed from that. However, as you can see here, the Commander squad and the Broadside squad were killed. This squad here, they tried to charge, they tried to do a multi-charge, and ended up rolling a 1-1. So nothing happened there. The Overwatch did nothing. The Overwatch from the big Broadside squad managed to kill a couple of Terminators, but then Azrael and his squad charged and everybody died. So it's currently 5 points for the Dark Angels and 1 point for the Tau. Hopefully the Riptide will bring itself back and get my other guys in, but I don't think it's going to happen. We'll see what happens. And we have the end of the Tau turn 3. Not a lot happened. This squad was shot by both of these. They did absolutely nothing, and they used their thrust move to jump away. The Riptide rallied, finally, but didn't manage to do anything. I did realise I had a point that was scored earlier on in the game, which was kill a character. We killed the Sergeant from this squad earlier on, so that actually means the Tau was on 2 points to the Dark Angels 5, and I did manage to blow up the Whirlwind with the Bomber. That's about it. So moving on into turn 3 for the Dark Angels. Right there everybody, this is end of the Dark Angels turn 3 and the end of the game. Azrael and his squad have done some work. Again, not a lot of the rest of the army have done a lot. So over here, the Dev squad managed to take a whole point off the bomber. 2 missiles, both hit, 666. Typical Tim, so thankfully I jinxed that time. Land Raider managed to kill a couple of drones, I believe. One drone was killed. Over here, this squad moved up. Over there, shot to the back of what was here, these 2 now empty spaces which contain crisis suits. A couple died to fire from different parts of the army, and then Azrael did a 13-inch charge with his Warlord trait, hit both squads and promptly killed them all. So we're closing it there. The Dark Angels got 7, Tau got 2. Azrael is very, very hard to kill. He's basically a buff man all of his own. He just sits at the front and tanks all of the wounds. We did manage to take 2 wounds off him, but that was some crazy rolls.
His first time out as well. So
that was his first time playing, so Azrael's done his work. Yeah, and that's the end of the game. My Crisis squad, they're no-shows. They heard of the slaughter and decided to stay at home.
Does it make it hurt more that you painted it?
It does, a lot. Alright.